Hey guys, Raj Sangha of Cardio Security. Welcome to the channel again. Today is new car collection day. A car that I ordered back in February, I believe. Should have arrived in July. Delays for obvious reasons, COVID potentially. And the car is now here. So we are tail end of September. Car's ready to collect. It's a different car to what's already in the personal and the company fleet. This is a company car, predominantly for the tuning store side of the business, to show you the modifications that we can do from that side of the business, although there will be some car audio and security element. And in fact, the first thing we're gonna have to do is some security anyway. Yeah, it's a weird one. I'm not gonna say what car it is. You'll soon find out when we get to the dealership. Well, actually, maybe you won't. If you're a petrol head, when we get to the dealership, you'll know exactly what car it is. And in fact, the clue is it's the car of the moment. Every journalist, every motoring journalist this year has been raving about this car. It is a fantastic car. I bought it without driving it. My friend bought one and he loved it. He raved about the car and he said, Raj, you need to get this car. So I purchased it without a test drive. Needless to say, I have driven one since, and all these reviews online, they are spot on. This is one hell of a car. Pretty excited, especially because I can see the car, but we won't show it to you yet. Pretty excited. So we are at Toyota in Watford. Okay guys, the deal's all done. That's what I've purchased. That's the new car. Most of you probably realised anyway. Very straightforward dealing with Adnan here at Toyota, Stephen Eagle. As I said, car was ordered back in February. We're now back in tail end of September. Super excited to get into this car, drive it back to Hayes. Probably get a quick 15-20 minute tutorial on the car. There's a few bits I need to understand about the car, about the circuit pack and so on. And I believe there's a running in period, which they've mentioned to me as well. So I'll have to have a discussion about that. But yeah, it's now about getting in the car, getting it back to Hayes, getting that tracker in, getting the dash cam in. I've actually just while sitting here booked it in for PPF with our friends over at GVE London. And then gonna enjoy the car. So we'll go outside. I think one of the staff are gonna run through the car quickly with us. We'll see if he's prepared to come on the camera. And then we'll head back to Hayes. Cheers. Okay guys, I'm here with Adnan and we're now going to reveal the car. I guess most of you guessed what it is. Yes, it's Toyota Yaris GR. Adnan, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your business.
Yeah, thank you for holding my hand through this journey.
Absolutely, my pleasure indeed. Watch our backs here.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know what is a Toyota Yaris GR, Adnan's going to explain. So what is it?
So guys, what we have here is the Yaris GR circuit pack, which is the most popular one that we sell. So again, once again, congratulations being part of the family, part of the club.
Thank you.
With Toyota. Again, in terms of model wise, you know, in terms of this particular car, it's very different compared to a normal Yaris. This is a version to be driven on the track. Ultimate beast in terms of drivability, proper driver's car. It's really up there with a lot of cars that are sort of supercars. People are driving, so it can't keep up with a lot of cars in terms of performance-wise, drivability. So it's one to be enjoyed, proper driver's car.
Okay, now numbers-wise, now I know you've told me that worldwide, is it
25,000 is what they're saying. Again, numbers might change because it's so popular.
Okay.
So popular, the vehicle.
And that's right-hand drive only?
Right-hand drive at the moment, which again, Toyota have their own mind. If they want to change, if there is more demand, they might do something, but at the moment, right-hand drive. so which works well for the UK market.
And for the UK, maybe only 2,500.
We're looking at about 2,500 for the UK market. And if you're going to place an order for a new vehicle, you're looking at 2-year wait at the moment.
I think I've done well then to get one.
You've done well, yeah, absolutely.
7 months or so.
Yeah, 7-8 months you've waited, and you've got your hand on one of these.
And there's no guarantee that even if you do place a vehicle, you're going to get one.
If you do place an order, again, if you can't secure a build slot, it doesn't mean necessarily that you'll be able to get hold of one of these vehicles. So
okay, I think I've done exceptionally well then.
Done very well to get one.
I've got to give a plug to my friend Tommy for introducing Adnan and this dealership to me, because without Tommy, I wouldn't have gotten into a Yaris GR. And he's the guy that said, look, Raj, you've really got to get into one. So we'll go around the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show me some of the features.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then we'll get out of your hair, so to speak, and you can carry on selling loads of cars.
We do what we do best.
Okay guys, I've got to leave here now, get back to Hayes. I think I've got enough fuel to get me back to Hayes. Adnan, appreciate everything you've done.
No problem, my
10
pleasure.
out of 10.
Thank you so much.
5
Guys,
stars.
what for Toyota? If you need anything in terms of cars, GRs, we're your people, guys.
If
Please
you can
get
get a GR. But yeah, give these guys a shout. We'll drop all their details down below. Fantastic service, but it's a bit cold and I want to get back to Hayes now. Get some security on this and then be able to drive it, get some fuel as well. So see you guys back in Hayes. We'll talk about what we're going to do to the car and then we'll catch up. First impressions, well, I've got to be careful because I've been advised to run the car in for the first few hundred miles. First impressions, well, firstly, it smells like a new car. That's the most important thing. You know, that new car smell, the Alcantara, the dash, the plastics. Yeah, it's got plastics, it's Japanese. Driving it around, just poodling along now on the way back to Hayes, it feels nice and tight. Steering is very positive, fantastic feedback. I just give you a little rip before the camera and yeah, the steering feedback is fantastic. What is this? This is a 3-cylinder, single turbo, 4-wheel drive Yaris GR producing just shy of 260 brake horsepower. So for I'm not sure of the weight, but I'm sure we can Google that, we can all Google that. But it's a small, compact, sports hatch, and it definitely does feel like that. Very nimble, very agile. It wants to go. You know, there. You just tap the accelerator, it wants to go. Okay, so giving it beans, it goes, but it doesn't sound like a 3-cylinder. Now you've got that low down grunt. If anything, it sounds like a V6. Now, I already know, but for those of you that are listening, how does it sound so good? You know, is it the exhaust? What is it? Is it the valves on the exhaust? I'm sure they help, but I do know that there is a secondary sound which is pumped through the speakers to give it the impression of that sort of grunt, low down grunt. So yeah, this is not a true reflection of how this car does sound from the engine note and the exhaust note. It's actually a pumped in sound. It's fine, it does the job, makes you feel like a bit of a racing driver. Also driving around, the suspension is quite stiff, which you'd expect it to be. It's a sports hatch, it's a sports car, and for those of you that have driven whatever sports car, you know, Golf R, a Mini, JCW, you'll know that the suspension tends to be a little bit stiffer, and you want it that way. But it's forgiving, it doesn't crash about, it holds the road very nicely. It goes, it really does go. I've got to say, this is a fun car. So guys, back at Hayes, drove the car back from Watford. Didn't really give it any beans because the dealership told me just run it in 300-400 miles. And look, I'm back at Hayes. It's not a supercar, but they're all out. So much interest in a Toyota. So all these guys earlier on in the year, when I ordered the car, they're saying, you've done what? You've ordered a what? Now look at them. They're like, can you give me the keys? No, you're gonna have to wait. Okay, so guys, first things first, security. Clifford Connect tracking. This needs a tracker. So that's the first thing I'm going to do to it. And while we're doing a bit of security, because this car is going to be driven and it's been driven by myself and the staff, we're adding a thinkware front and rear dash cam as well. Even driving this car here, I had 2 or 3 guys right up me, behind me, taking pictures on their phone. It is that type of car that people are like, well, what is it? It looks so big. So it just gives you that added benefit of security as well. So we're going to do tracker, thinkware dash cam. Now, what are the plans for this car? Well, this car has, as I said, originally been bought with car audio, security, and tuning in mind. So it's going to be used for the tuning store and it's going to be used for car audio security. The staff will be driving this car as well. So it's not just a toy for me, it's a toy for the business. So I think what would be cool is to, once we put some miles on the car, is to allow all the staff that I feel fit, that can handle the power of the car, to get in the car and give their own opinion, their own basis, because some of them actually do know what this car is, and some of them are like, you bought what? A Toyota? Well, you know what, getting it, it's not a normal car. Drive it to within their driving abilities, obviously, and they can give their own opinion, because it is a 21st century hot hatch, and that's ultimately what it is. Now guys, as always, it's very important you like, because that pushes this video up the YouTube algorithm and it allows us to give you more content. Subscribe to the channel. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you'll be missing out on a lot, because it's not just about Yarises. We've got so many different categories on the channel. We're showing you new products, be it car related, be it performance and styling, be it home, so from Home AV Direct. We've got 2 cool builds going under Slam Sanctuary Customs. We've got Mercedes E320, and we've also got Honda S2000 with 2 cool builds. They're being documented separately. And then we've got bits about some of my car collection. You've got Palm, who's documenting his 997 C2S, which is an insane build. So guys, subscribe to the channel. Watch out for loads of content, which will be coming 2-3 times a week. We're throwing loads of content out. Thanks for watching again today. I'll be back soon with an update on the Yaris, and I think some of the staff will be back again with an update on the Yaris. See you soon.